one child, not one, that would not want to be in the comfort of a home with a mother, with siblings, with some food, and then to be able to learn in a school environment and just to be able to learn some type of trade. I don't know one child that wouldn't want that.
But they need somebody to love them, somebody who can take care for them.
If we can teach them about the love of God, if we can teach them about their value that they have as an individual, that God has a plan for their life, and that there's hope in and through Jesus Christ, we believe that we may be helping some children who eventually might become leaders of the nation.
I'm going to present you a poem entitled My Jesus. My Jesus, my Jesus, how great you are, my Jesus. It's you, my Jesus. For me to grow up, it's you, my Jesus. For me to have education, it's you, my Jesus. For me to have my grandmother, it's you, my Jesus. How great you are, my Jesus. Thank you. Amen.
They might not ever make it to the age of 16 or 17 because the tragedy is that they die on the street, that there is no hope for them.
Zambia in particular has the highest number per capita street children of any country in the world.
These children, they lose their parents. They have nowhere to go. And here in Zambia, sometimes if I have a son and a daughter, and I was to die, while my relatives could come and take all of my possessions and my children have nothing. They have become orphans and then they have to fend for themselves. Where are his parents?
They're all dead.
His parents are all dead?
The parents died.
The parents died?
Una blue rock. Olive, eh? You don't have, no, I don't have my parents and all they died, eh? I ran away. My mother died and I ran away from home because there was no food.
They live on the leftovers which are thrown in the dustbin. They have to pick those to live on. They have to sleep in the drainage, even when it is rain season, because they have nowhere to go.
Yeah, I said that whenever they sleep group, it makes them feel warm because they sleep in the streets, and during the night it becomes cold. Yes.
I seen little girls between the ages of maybe 5 and 12 that live on the street, that have nothing, that become a target. They become vulnerable to, use your imagination.
Big boys usually beat them when they're in the street, or whenever they buy food or clothes there, they get them away from them.
It's a miserable life. It's a life which we would not like to see. A human being created in the image of God lives like that. That's why in our time, we would like to make a difference in this generation, that we need to love them. It's not what they want to be in the street, but the circumstances surrounding them have made them to be in the streets.
This is the site of the future children's village that we're going to construct out in this beautiful farm area. We have about 20 acres here. We're going to start developing about 7 acres for living and then another 5 acres for farming. Each individual house will have 12 children in each one and 2 house mothers, and also a community school.
They'll have a bed, number one, always important to be able to sleep in a bed. They'll have a kitchen where they'll learn the necessities. Young men and young women learn to cook for themselves, to do the necessities, the chores that come within a home. There'll be a church on the grounds because the number one priority is that they come to know Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, and most of these young kids are hungry for the gospel.
If you go in the street, you find them. They are crying for somebody. Read on their faces, they are crying for somebody to love them. And therefore, having such a village, we are saying, we love you. Come. Here is your foster mother. Here is your foster uncle. Here is your foster father. Come, somebody loves you. And therefore, we make a difference.
We realize that we can't save all the orphans or all the street children, but we can reach one child. If we can reach one child, we could possibly affect a village. If we can affect a village, we can also have influence on a country.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Doctor. I want to be a doctor.
Now I like school.
School the best?
Yes.
Yeah. What would you do if you were the president?
Clearing the street.
Honor the street.
You would clean up the streets?
Yes.
He's saying that it's his prayer that they have a place where they can be sleeping, because we don't want to go back in the street just to go and beg for money.
I believe that these children, given a skill, they are able. They are able to do something. Keep them busy, they'll do something. And therefore I can appeal to many people who be watching this and seeing this video to support. This is a noble cause.
I might not be able to go to Africa, but I can give, because everybody's not going to be able to come to Africa. Everybody's not going to be able to go to a third world nation. But if you give, it's just like you were there with me. No difference. If you I'm on the ground, you have given, you have made it possible, you have the same blessing as I do. No different, because you have chosen to give.